7. Energy flow in the body. During cellular transformation in your body, there will be increased energy flow felt mainly in the parasympathetic system of the body. An example, lower limbs, legs, junctions along the spinal column, and especially the ganglia where the lower lumbar are positioned, and in the shoulders. Electrical sensations will move up and down the limbs of the body. Some people will also experience sweats and migraine headaches. You will notice increased energies when manifesting a thought. It is good to be cautious with these energies and your thoughts because they will become magnified during the time of transition during cellular transformation. 8. Exercise habits. We have mentioned the importance of drinking lots of water during cellular transformation. It is also important to do more physical exercises. In example, walking, jogging, running, hiking, swimming, which will be extremely supportive during the changes. The exercise from dancing is also particularly powerful because more energetic pathways can be cut short and integrated throughout the body with the movement involved in dancing. 9. Eyes. The white portion of the eyes may gradually change color, may become bloodshot, and may become slightly darker. In some cases, this may create a slight tinge of rosiness in the eyes or a slight tinge of brown or green, but in most cases, the color will be rosiness. This change relates to the increased velocity of blood near the surface of the eyes that can be viewed. The visual field of the eyes will alter, and you will begin to view dimensions differently as your physical sight is adjusted as it interacts with the opening of the third inner eye between your present outer eye positions. 10. Fingernails. More ridges may appear in the fingernails at the smooth, light half-moon line at the base of the fingernail. This part of the fingernail may begin to vary and may become rippled. 11. Hair. A change in the hair may occur where the hair is on the body and in the thickness of the hair, which will gradually become thicker over several years. This change will be sufficient so that it will be measurable. 12. Head. As you begin to reformat, things have broken loose, pieces coming out of the tissues in your bodies. In your heads, in your skulls, those who are mutating and even those who are considering preparing for this, there are many mineral structures that are being sloughed off into the cerebrospinal fluid. This material moves into the spinal column, through the nerves and out into the tissue, so that if you recycle this discarded material, you will become very uncomfortable. There may be disturbance sensations within the eyes, head, spine, and nerves. An example, dizziness, headaches, pressure in the head, usually from back to front, and may also be from side to side. The primary place where mutation occurs is in the DNA of the brain. What this means is that certain brain functions are going to be a bit difficult. Your vision will be affected. You're most certainly going to be affected in terms of headaches. To some extent, your hearing will be altered. And most of all, your ability to feel that you have a sharp focus all the time will be affected. Your heads are literally beginning to contain material that is capable of electrically short-circuiting. If you have a sense that you are losing your mental clarity, that certain things are happening in your head, including headaches that make you feel that you have short circuits within your brain, that is due to the sloughing off of this material. Mood swings are also symptomatic of the body's attempt to integrate more light. There may be moments when you feel wonderful and have a great deal of energy, followed by a sudden crash, and depression as you experience the pull of the old world. 13. Hearing. The auditory range of the ears will expand so that you will be able to hear the presently inaudible sounds of God's creation within you and which surrounds you. This change will enable you to have faith in God from hearing the sounds in your ears. Ringing or tones in the ears can also be transmissions from spiritual entities from other dimensions. Information from these sources makes itself known to you at the appropriate time in your particular spiritual walk. 14. Heart. Heart palpitations may be felt at times as your heart becomes in synchronization with the rhythm of the earth's heartbeat. Changes may also be experienced in the heart muscle tissue, and striations in the heart muscle tissue will begin to show more variations. The tissue will seem to be spreading out as the heart muscle becomes denser. This change will allow the heart to last longer and create a normal lifespan of 150 years for an individual. The normal pulse rate will increase about 3 to 4 beats over the next 10 to 12 years. You may see a greater constriction around the heart as many people react to the energy of love and light that is coming in greater magnification. More heart attacks or various illnesses will occur where there is restrictive flow of energy around the heart center. This can be avoided with a greater awareness of that energy and a greater openness to the emotions, letting go, not having so many of the emotions held in the body, but finding ways for the emotions to be harmonically experienced. The emotions ought to be felt, not denied, and the emotions can create more of a flow and less of a closing of the life force. 15. Hot and cold flashes. These will be felt more and more by people as cellular transformation occurs in the body. It is like your engines are being rebuilt and the temperature gauge is being replaced. It is similar to an engine in a car, and the temperature gauge, as it is in an engine, is outdated. So, in a way, you are finding that as you are building new information into the body, into the cells, you are redesigning the different aspects of the physical body through this transformation. So as this is happening, there is a greater gap in what is being experienced, a greater experience up and down, a greater experience of upheaval. Much is being tossed around, much that is no longer working and that is outdated. It is being tossed out as new data and new equipment is being gradually introduced and built into the body. This is happening for all beings, whether they are conscious or not. That those who are choosing not to stay on the planet, although they may not be conscious of their choice at all, have decided not to undergo this level of acceleration and change in the body. Those who are choosing to be here at this time during this rapid acceleration and shifting of the physical body, of the physical mind, and of the emotional system are going to make those choices either consciously for many and unconsciously for many. But all will definitely be affected by the energies. All will experience on some level a shifting in the body as the body moves naturally to a higher level of receptivity and alignment with its source. 16. Memory changes. More people are now able to tune their consciousness to receive unseen forces or wavelengths from the universe and to use this new consciousness to transform themselves into a new way of being. These new incoming impulses of energy are affecting the cells that compose the mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. People are manifesting on every level this incoming light with your whole being. There will be times when you will be inspired with flashing memories, recall of past situations and lives, and other realizations. Insights that are eternal and cosmic are beginning to infiltrate your body and to illuminate the human mind in a way that inner body cells will activate. The mental capacity of people will increase considerably during cellular transformation. You may find yourself in the middle of a sentence when suddenly you completely forget what you were going to say next. You may be thinking about something that happened when you have difficulty accessing the memory of the event. As you move into a state of grace during the cellular transformation, the harder it will be to reference your past through your memory system. All useless data is being taken away from your memory files. In mastering limitation, past referencing of data was useful because of your acceptance as reality based on your beliefs and prior experiences. Referencing of data from the past is falling away, and people will not have to keep the memory alive. 17. Menstrual cramps. Women may notice a lightening of blood flow during menstruation, with less flow and less cramping. Some pregnant women will have easier and shorter childbirth with less pain and labor. 18. Out-of-body experiences. There will be more out-of-body experiences as cellular transformation occurs. This experience will also be accepted more by the public in general. It will be accomplished by more people, and the experience will become more popular and will become more fun as more people experience it. More out-of-body experiences have already begun increasing for many as there is a thinning in the veil. When a being has decided to take on physical form, there was a veiling. As many go consciously on their path and open to receive the greater frequencies of the true multi-dimensional self, there is a greater wholeness and alignment with the soul. The body is going through a process of this effacing of the veil, and a thinning and a gradual release of the protective device is occurring. As the veil is thinning, you will realize that there are no boundaries between your physical self, your higher self, or soul self, and your multidimensional being. Many are beginning to experience greater contact with not only beings from other realms, but with beings of themselves as they are pure energy. For many, this is quite a challenge to begin to experience connection with themselves as they exist beyond time and space as pure energy. But as the veil thins, this is one of the experiences that occurs. With greater amplification and occurs more often as the veil begins to thin. Now, as far as out-of-body experience, the spiritual entities are challenging many to include their body awareness and not to leave it behind whenever they travel out of body and wherever the consciousness creates a focal point in their awareness. This may include another dimension, such as interdimensional traveling, or traveling beyond time and space with the consciousness. It seems now to you that you are not going anywhere, but the consciousness truly does experience and enters into this realm and dimension. It may thereby access the energy and those frequency sets and the patterns and information you wish to seek from beings living in that dimension. This is really not quite so difficult as it may seem. It is a natural skill set that again has been shielded against, and many are not quite ready to move into that level of multi-dimensionality. Many are becoming more interested in going into the consciousness of the earth because there has been a call put out by the earth. Many are unconsciously or consciously responding to the call to begin to work consciously and directly in direct alignment with earth energy. This will assist both the individual, the mass human experience, and will assist in the transformation and balancing of the earth's transformation or mutation. It is very beneficial for those who are feeling a type of curiosity or interest or a type of draw to this call to begin to explore how it is that they may travel into and align with the consciousness of the earth. It begins much by a prayer of intent that you truly intend to move into this level of assistance. There is the first doorway that one would go through, and from there you would need to be open to many surprises, for it can happen, and it can happen quickly for some. They will find themselves in a very deep awareness and a very deep alignment with the consciousness of earth. From there, the choices are infinite. 19. Sinus and ear disturbances. Disturbances in these areas are one of the primary signs of cellular transformation. More people are experiencing sinus conditions, an example, discomforts, drainage, and headaches. These increased disturbances will continue to occur during cellular transformation. Major changes will occur in the sinus since they function in the body primarily to create balance. These changes relate mainly to the fact that the body has been thrown out of balance during cellular transformation. Your physical body responds to the changes by overreacting to slight stimulation by biologicals such as pollens not originating from itself. Flu-like symptoms, sinusitis and congestion, specific aches and pains, and feelings of toxicity may be other reactions you will experience from the increased intensity of incoming energy. When these disturbances happen, the body is reaching a threshold. It will pass beyond this threshold as the body's capacity to handle more light increases. During these times, it will be especially useful to take more baths and to drink lots of water. This will help your body to facilitate these changes more easily. Swimming will also be helpful in this respect, since water is very soothing and relaxing, as well as being useful in balancing your energy.